Hello everybody, I am Sunny, our North Country Knitter, and welcome to this video and my channel. I'm very excited to be here today. It has been a little bit since I've been able to get on here and shoot a video, so kind of making it happen today. The sun and warm weather has finally hit, so we've been outside as much as possible. Today it's raining and thunderstorms, so we're inside today. This is episode 53, so yay for that. It is March 26th, and today is a very special podcast too, because it is my anniversary. My husband and I were married 14 years ago, so yay for that. We're not really doing anything. You don't really get the chance to do much when you have young kids. So I think we're just getting some pizza tonight and just chilling out as a family. But yeah, so if my husband ever watches this, happy anniversary. So like I said, it has been a little bit since I've been on here. I have some finished objects. I have some works in progress. I have some things that are pretty much done. I just need to take the time to weave in the ends, which sometimes is just a bummer for me. But we're gonna start it off with a pair of socks. So yay, socks. These are Premier's wool-free sock yarn in the colorway Grapes. And they're still kind of damp because I put them in the dryer. And I put it on time dry instead of my usual, like the other one I use, and it didn't dry. So they're still damp. I've definitely worn these. I wore them before I even wove in the ends. I know. I was just very excited to get them on. But here they are. They are a coordinating set, not a matching set, as you can see by the colors. I kept joking with my husband that it looks like this one is in the shadows and this one, like the light is shining on it. So it's always going to look like I have one foot in the shadows, but I'll get a close up on the yarn so you can see. Keep in mind, it is still damp. But they hold up really well, it seems. They have some spring to them. Now I did make them short, because I am in a group on Facebook. I think it's like addicted to sock knitting, something like that. And I kind of joined to keep me motivated to see what everybody else does and be like, ooh, I want to make those. But someone else was using some of this yarn, and they had mentioned that they put elastic in the band, in the cuff going up, because they just kept sliding down a lot, which I didn't know what the technique for that was. So I was just like, well, I'll make them short and see if that works. And so far so good. I did wear them in a pair of like low cut boots. They're LL Bean boots, but they're the short ones. They don't have the like leg to them. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, so they just kind of cut off at the ankle. And I wore these with them, and I had been wearing them all day, and they did slide down, so I had to pull them out. But I don't know if that's just because of where the boot was hitting the sock, or because they've been stretched out because I wore them all day. But I am happy with them. They do feel very, very nice on my feet. They are hugging my feet quite nicely, which I enjoy, because as I've expressed in previous podcasts, I always make my socks too big, and they're not tight on my feet. They're like kick around the house socks, keep your feet warm socks, cozy socks in the winter. And I just really wanted a pair of socks that really were like utility socks. Does that make sense? So there's really no specific pattern here. I did use trusty toe up sock for like the numbers. I mostly just need numbers. And then the heel is a double wrapped short row heel. I will have the video linked down below that I used to help me with that. I do have some holes that I need to go back in and fix. Maybe. Since they're mine and they're just working socks, I may not. But I think it's just a matter of I need to pick up a stitch when I join everything together, and then I won't have to worry about that. But there we go, my socks. I'm so happy to have them done. And I was working on them, and my husband and I got into this like debate of, is it socks, S-O-C-K-S, or is it socks, S-O-X? And you know, we're Red Sox fans, so we were like, what is going on? So we kind of went on a little bit of a dive to figure out, and both are acceptable for the plural form of the word sock. Bet you didn't know that was coming today, huh? There we go. I also got this hat done, and it's just a preemie hat. It's just a standard roll brim, and ooh, look at the glare that is picking up. It's just a quick decrease. I just did a couple rows of knit two togethers, but it's just a nice white one. This is the yarn I got from Mary Maxim, the box, and it is this yarn, Lisa Premium Uni. Yep. So I still have a bunch of this, so ooh, hopefully I can get more of that done. Look at the glow. Sorry. I'm having fun. Like, ooh, in front of the camera. Look at what it's doing. Yeah. So that is done. You can go back there. And what else have I gotten done? I've used quite a bit of cotton lately. I have these done. This is just a couple baby washcloths. I can't remember the colorway this is, but it's the Hobby Lobby cotton brand of cotton yarn brand of cotton. I can't remember what that is either. As I've mentioned before, yarn labels do not survive in my house. They get taken, they get ripped up to shreds, and I'm just kind of like, oh, well, I'll have to go on the internet and see what that was. But I didn't check what this one was, but it is very pretty. It's got those little splotches of dark pink. This is a light pink, and then just hints of gray spotted throughout. So it's very, very pretty. I used up the majority of it. I would not be able to make another washcloth. And it's those tiny little cotton skeins that they have. So got those done. Still need to weave in the ends. I have so many ends I need to weave in. I just need to do it. It's never as big of a deal as I think it is, but yeah. What else have I got done? All right, I have this done, except for the ends. Whew. It's raining outside too, so it's very cloudy outside. I have the light on my camera on, not my camera, but my stand, so we're getting all sorts of weird light. Hopefully it's not too bad on, you know, regular TV or devices, but I have this done. This is a market bag, and this is oh no, I had it like memorized. Sugar and cream market bag. I think it's just called sugar and cream market bag, which you can find on Yarnspirations. And this is just in white cotton, and it's a very simple pattern. The base of it, I struggled so bad with the handles. It took me 2 or 3 days to figure out how to do these handles. In the pattern, it calls for you to just make them flat, but I saw a lot of comments on the Ravelry page that people were knitting them in the round, so it's just one continuous piece. You weren't going to have any like weak points, and so I was like, well, I'll do that. So I picked up one end, and I started working, and on the outside of the bag, I got the stockinette stitches, which I thought looked really nice. Could not figure out how to get the same stockinette stitch on the outside of the other side of the bag. Every time I would do it, I would get the purl stitches on the outside. It took me forever, like an embarrassingly amount of time to figure out how to get those stockinette stitches on the outside, along with adding the 50 other stitches I had to add on so I could get the full handle, because I didn't add on the total amount that they told you to in the pattern. I only added on 50 extra stitches. So you go in and you pick up all the slip stitches, which I think is 32, and then you add on, I added on 50 stitches because I saw from a lot of people that it was actually really big. So this is still large enough to go over your shoulder. So that is that one. Hopefully that's not incredibly bright. And I finished this one. Well, not finished. I finished the base of it. So you knit it back and forth this way, and then you actually pick up these side stitches, become the handle. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you without completely having it confusing me. So here we go. It actually goes, you knit it this way, and then the sides are the handles. So this is where the handles will go, and this is a slip stitch to start each new row. Hopefully that made sense. It probably didn't. I'm one of those people, I don't quite understand what it is I have to do until I do it, and then I'm just hoping I'm doing it right. So yeah. But I think this is in the colorway Sea Glass. Again, the band is long gone. And then I have this one that I just started. And this is in Peaches and Cream. And I believe this is in the colorway Beach Stripes. I literally just started it this morning. And it's coming out really pretty. I like the stripes. I thought it'd be fun to try something with a little more color pop going on. And this is what I'm getting. This is, you can see all the colors there. And I just picked this up at Walmart for like $8. They had a bunch of shawl and a ball on clearance too for $4. So I got more of that, even though I didn't need it. So there is all the market bags I've been working on, all the cotton yarn there. And I have one more item to show you. So, and I can't remember if I even showed this or how much of this was shown last video. It's actually been a few days since I picked it up. And I've got a row, I'm in a row. So this is just a baby blanket. I'm using the Skinny Cakes from the Caron Skinny Cakes that I picked up at Michael's for, I think they were $3.99 each. I've got more up there that I hope to use. And this is just a baby blanket. I'm not using a pattern. I'm just kind of doing my own thing. And so I get this block of stockinette stitch, and then I switch to garter, stockinette, garter. I was thinking I was going to do a chevron blanket, and it just was requiring more brain power than I had at the time. So I was like, I'm just going to do my own thing. And I've done a similar blanket before, but in a chunkier yarn. So we're going to see what this gets me. This is kind of like a testing. I'm testing what's going to happen, what the overall size is going to be. I am using a size 7, I think. This yarn calls for, I don't have any right near me. I think it calls for an 8, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, this is how it's turning out. And this was in the colorway French Vanilla. And I'm assuming it was a color they were just trying to get rid of all their skinny cakes to make room for their new yarn that came out with that ripple yarn, which I have not purchased. I haven't gotten any of that yet, but just having fun with this one. Using up some of that clearance yarn I need to use. So that is all I've been working on. Not a whole heck of a lot, really, when we think of how much time it's been since I've been on here. I think the holdup for a lot of it was just trying to figure out those handles on those market bags. It was very obvious once I got it, and I'll probably still struggle again with this one. This teal one. I should just do it right away, but I haven't. Well, I started, like I said, I started this morning, and it takes me a long time to wake up and to really be functioning at full capacity. Takes about 2 mugs of coffee. So I wasn't prepared to work on those handles at all. So I just started a new one. And I finished this last night, and I knew I wasn't gonna start in on the handles yet. So maybe today. It doesn't take long to knit the handles because they're only 6 rows long or wide. So once you get going, it's really, you're done really quick. And for those keeping track of the tea I'm drinking, this is just Celestial. I think it's like cranberry vanilla winterland or something. I was harking it back to the winter, which I can still see snow outside. It is very strange to be outside and it's like 65 degrees and you have to stop your toddler from walking through a snowbank. That's weird, but that is all I have done today to show you today. I will I'm really going to be on here more often. I apologize for not being on here as often as I should. Or want to be. It's been a little bit crazy just trying to get, outside time and playtime, and my 3-year-old is not taking naps anymore, so that's an interesting transition, and just life happens. So thank you all for watching, especially if you are still here. Do remember to check me out on social media. I'm on Facebook at North Country Knitter. I have a group and a page. Don't know how it happened. It happened. I'm on Instagram at North Country Knitter. I also have an Etsy page, which is North Country Knit Shop, and I think that's everything. I will have it all linked down below, along with any patterns that I've mentioned. I'll also have the pattern, the video linked for the the heels, if anybody wants to check that out. And I will talk to you all soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.